Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So our topic for today is the conceptual framework in your research paper. So why do we need to make conceptual frameworks? First, conceptual framework is the recipe, blueprint, or map of your research paper. Second, it is the visual representation of the relationship between the variables in your study. So let me discuss the basic forms of conceptual framework. I know that there are million forms and examples of conceptual framework. However, I have chosen to discuss the basic forms of the conceptual framework. So our first example is the IV to DV model. So this model represents the cause and effect relationship between the variables in your study. Okay, so when we say IV, it is the independent variable. When we say DV, it is the dependent variable. So our title is The Effects of Online Learning on the Attitudes of 21st Century Learners Towards Practical Research 2. So what is the independent variable? It is the online learning, while the dependent variable is the attitudes of 21st century learners towards practical research 2. So the cause is the online learning, while the dependent variable is the changed attitudes. Okay, so let me show you this model with an intervening variable. So why the intervening variable is the teaching strategies done in the internet? Because it is the link between the online learning and the attitudes. So these strategies help the students to improve their attitudes towards practical research to under online learning. So the internet teaching strategies are from the online learning. Okay? So the second example is the correlational model. So this model is usually done in correlational or relationship studies. Okay, so our title is the relationship between budgeting habits and attitudes of Generation Z students during the general community quarantine. So as we see that the budgeting habits and the attitudes correlate to one another. So you see that they're like double arrows. It means to say that they correlate with one another. Okay, so I have decided to include the general community quarantine here because this plays a big impact on the budgeting habits and attitudes of Generation Z students that correlate one another. Okay, so our third example is the IPO model, namely input process output model. So this paradigm acts as the flowchart of the study. So this is the visual representation of the steps on data gathering procedure or the story of your research. So the title is the perceptions of millennials towards social distancing during COVID-19. So in the input, we need to know the profiles of the millennials. Okay. So pardon for my spelling. Okay. So okay. So gotcha. Okay, so we need the demographic profiles of the millennials. We need to ask their ages or whatsoever profile. Then we need their experiences or knowledge about social distancing so they can be able to show their perceptions. When we say process, okay, so the process, the data gathering procedure, we need to give them surveys so they can be able to answer using their perceptions. When we say output, okay, it's the data analysis. We used to evaluate the perceptions of millennials towards social distancing. Okay, so this is where we're going to place it in the findings area, while this process is the data gathering, while the input is the very first step of the data gathering procedure. Okay, last but not the least, okay, so before and after. So the before and after is usually done in experimental studies or in quasi-experimental studies. So the title is Graphing Skills of 21st Century Learners with the Use of GeoGebra. So the input is the skills of the learners in graphing before the implementation of GeoGebra, and of course the misconceptions. Okay, so We implement them using the diagnostic test. We give them the diagnostic test to test their skills before the GeoGebra. Then, after that, in the process section, we implement the GeoGebra on teaching them how to graph. Okay? So, this is the stage of interventions. When we say the output, it is the stage after the intervention. So, it is expected that we're going to see the improved skills of the 21st century learners in graphing with the help of GeoGebra. So do not forget to subscribe my channel and hit the notification bell. So happy learning and God bless you. Have fun and stay safe.